Join us as we dive into the brand new world of the electric snowmobile and speak with one of the visionary minds behind the purpose-built Taiga snowmobile. Let me introduce you to Sam Bruneau, CEO of Taiga Motors. Sam, along with his two friends and now business partners, believe they could bring a credible electric-powered snowmobile to the powersports market. Today, their dream has come true. The Taiga snowmobile is most certainly credible, and it is undeniably credited as being the first battery-powered production snowmobile to enter the powersports marketplace.
Taiga Motors started back in 2015 now, really with the objective to accelerate electrification in the powersports space. So it was myself and two co-founders, Gabriel and Paul. We spent a lot of time at university together working on electrification projects for race cars. Mostly we saw the technology becoming available and that would allow for really compelling powersport vehicles to become electric. We saw cars going electric, Tesla was working on a lot of platforms, trucks were starting to go electric, but really nothing in the powersport space. And the reason for that is it's very technologically challenging to build a compelling snowmobile or watercraft or side-by-side. You really need high power, weight densities. You need to be able to put out high power for long periods of time with thermal management in hot temperatures and cold temperatures. All of these are very big challenges for electric vehicles even today. And that was kind of the opportunity that we saw. No one else wanted to take on that challenge back in 2015, and just today we're starting to see companies work on it 7 years later. So we knew that if we invested heavily in the technology, the powertrain, the motors, the batteries, we could develop something from scratch that would be a very compelling alternative to go electric compared to gas models, provide, we like to say, a no-compromise experience in certain vehicle segments where you can get all the power without any of the maybe drawbacks that you would get on maintenance and fuel costs with traditional gas models.
Bruneau is an unassuming, well-spoken, nice guy. It would be hard not to like him. He is also very quick to share accolades with his business partners about all the progress that's been made in just 7 years with Taiga.
Myself, Gabriel, and Paul, we met at McGill University working on an engineering project. So kind of together, we made a great team, software, mechanical, and electrical engineers together to launch these initiatives. So it started just the three of us, worked hard on our first prototype, proof of concept. We're able to show that you could build a compelling electric snowmobile. That was our first market, and kind of counterintuitively, we chose the snowmobile as our first vehicle platform because it's maybe one of the most challenging to electrify. They have to be very lightweight, very high performance, and operate in very cold temperatures, which are all big challenges to EVs. So we knew that if we could build a really compelling electric snowmobile, we could then scale the technology to the different segments of power sports. And that's how it's really evolved. And then we took on the watercraft, which uses actually exactly the same technology components. So the same motors, the same batteries that are in the snowmobile go in the watercraft. And then in our future platforms as well, such as side-by-sides and others, we're gonna be able to leverage that same technology. And really because it was developed to be so high performing in the harshest environments of high performance snowmobiling.
It is all well and good to have assembled and brought to the market the world's first electric powered snowmobile. However, Bruneau and his team are not blindly running around wondering who they're going to sell these things to. Listen here carefully to his analysis of the market.
Yeah, we see, I think, a surprisingly large market potential. I think it's going to catch some people by surprise in the snowmobiling world. I think how fast things are going to go electric once production becomes available in certain segments, notably the nomad and commercial use vehicles. So if you think of ski hills, tour operators, park fleets, and then even recreational use on the more rec utility around homes, I think that's something that can go electric very rapidly. With up to 100 kilometers of range, that usually covers most use cases in a day in these segments, even at the largest ski hills or for many tour operators around the world. And you get so many benefits from it: much lower maintenance, much lower fuel costs, and then without the exhaust smell and noise, a lot of these operators can then go into different environments which they might have been restricted from with traditional gas snowmobiles, and they can provide additional better experiences to their clientele by going electric. So we're really seeing a very large demand in this segment of the snowmobiling world, which represents almost up to 20% of the market. So we think that's going to go electric very fast. And then beyond that, in the pipeline, we've got the Atlas model coming through soon, which is going to, I think, open up a lot of the recreational kind of shorter to medium range trail riding with the DC fast charging. You could easily do 200 plus kilometers in a day, which is, I think, going to start to address a different segment of rider. And then as technology progresses and the batteries keep improving and charge times keeps going down, then we'll eventually be able to go reach the most hardcore long range riders.
Pretty much everyone knows that Tesla markets their cars in a very different way. Bruneau has developed what he calls the direct hybrid model of sales. There are dealers, but it's a completely different way of doing business.
Yeah, I think at Taiga, we have an interesting opportunity because we're starting from a clean sheet with electric. It's not just with the technology, but it's how we do business in general and in power sports. So we were trying to rethink a bit, how can we provide a better customer experience all around? We call it kind of a direct hybrid model. So we work directly with the customers. They can go on our website, interact directly with us as an OEM, configure their units, directly through us, purchase their vehicles, finance their vehicles, really seamlessly, transparent pricing online for everyone. So it's a very connected experience, which is easy to navigate for new powersport users or existing powersport users. And I think the difference between us and the electric vehicle manufacturers on road is we're still working with local powersport dealers. We call them Taiga service partners. So we deliver those vehicles locally to established dealerships who do the uncrating, set up the vehicle for the customer, and become a local touch point for servicing these vehicles. So that way, we can rapidly turn around, service the vehicles for our customers, provide that local touch point. And it's a really win-win, interesting scenario for the dealers because we don't provide any kind of inventory quotas for them to carry. So it's a very low-risk proposition to them. They're distributing pre-sold units. So it's a very interesting model, I think, that we've come up with that provides the ability to scale across large markets with very little investment from Taiga and very little investment from the dealer. So it's a very nice win-win scenario. Remain machines that people want to touch and feel and see often before purchasing, so they have that local touch point. And then as well, we do offer a lineup of apparel and accessories that is growing as we expand with these vehicles, that they can go when you're buying a machine. Maybe you want to get a jacket to go along with the snowmobile, or look at what accessories are available to configure on your unit, and that can still be done locally with the established dealers.
A Taiga snowmobile is most definitely not a conventional internal combustion engine powered sled converted to electric power. Taiga has developed an impressive amount of proprietary technology which makes their sleds unique while delivering impressive performance. Taiga uses a full-on cooling system supplied by snow-cooled heat exchangers, not unlike an internal combustion engine snowmobile would use. This technology increases battery efficiency when charging and while riding. The Taiga electric motor is planted deep and low in the bulkhead to enhance handling and improve cornering response. If one thing stood out to us during our visit with Taiga, it is definitely the level of sophistication in their design and manufacturing processes, driven by the quality people behind Taiga.
So I think it's been quite the journey in Taiga's growth over the past several years. So we went just 4 years ago, we were 15 people. Now we're just above 280 full-time staff here at the company. It's been a really explosive growth from concept all the way to production reality, delivering these first production electric snowmobiles, first production electric watercraft. And we've worked through many big challenges to get these into production and to scale up. And we're really in a position now, and the team's very excited about this, to start really kind of delivering on our promises to our customers on both these vehicle platforms. But I think we're really excited to be in a position now, thanks to all the great people we have at the company, to really scale up and I think show the world that these amazing electric alternatives exist.
After multiple exposures to Taiga snowmobiles, we think the most effective thing that Taiga can do now is to get snowmobilers on a Taiga snowmobile so they can experience firsthand this completely new way to go snowmobiling. The Taiga Nomad and Atlas are the real thing. They are fully integrated, electric-powered, battery-fueled snowmobiles with performance capable of altering even the most ardent doubters' impressions of electric snowmobiles. The investment made in designing and manufacturing these Taigas is in the hundreds of millions of dollars. And from what Bruneau is saying, this investment will be ongoing into the foreseeable future. Maybe the Taiga isn't for everybody. However, we believe there is a solid market in play right now, ready to appreciate all the Taiga brand offers.
Yeah, I think we've seen with some of the early adopters that we've been shipping these vehicles to, great experience from their end. They're very impressed by the performance of the vehicle. I think the community that we're going to be able to build around this is going to be quite impressive. So, people get on this, they love the machine, they get their friends to come ride it, they share this experience with them, and that's how I think we're really going to be able to grow the electric community behind the Taiga brand. Above any other kind of marketing initiative, it's really about getting on the vehicle, being able to experience it, and really be able to experience the amazing performance you get out of these machines and just how different it is than traditional gas ones. And I think we've seen, it might not be for everyone today, but we've seen even kind of the most hardcore holdouts, once they get the experience of the machine, they can definitely see the benefits that it offers on the market today. And that's just going to keep improving every day. I think that's one of the big benefits behind Taigas. We're 100% focused on electrification, and everything we do is going into always making our electric products better day after day.